Sasha here. I'm going to be talking about how we are enablers. Okay, it's a pretty intense topic. I think nobody really talks about it, so let's tackle it. I'll tell you my opinions of it, and maybe it'll help you in your life. So, when my son was just born, I just assumed I was raising a baby. But now, a year later, I realized that I'm not just raising a baby, I'm also raising a new relationship between me and my husband, a support system, the biggest one who is right now my partner, my husband. I am basically drafting up my future life. So what do I want that life to look like? Okay, and I don't want to use really harsh words, but I'm basically training. I am responsible for letting people know what I need and what I want, so that my life that I'm drafting up for the future with my family can be a healthy one for me. Okay, so I could be a healthy part of it. Okay, so when my son was just born, I realized that I was enabling feelings of doubt and insecurity in my husband. Okay, I would ask him about everything. Did you put the diaper cream on? Is the diaper really tight on? How many ounces of milk did you get him? How many, what is he wearing? Did you give him a bath? Did you, and basically, the feelings that he was receiving, the message he's receiving is, I shouldn't be trusted with a baby. She does not think that I am capable of making decisions. Okay? And then what happened is then he allowed that role to become a reality. Okay? And then if I didn't, bring a pacifier, or if I didn't, ask about what he did, he felt like perhaps he didn't really need to remember that. So it's almost like that quote where you're teaching someone to fish, or you're just giving them a fish. And at this in this stage, especially in the beginning when everyone's just learning from scratch, it's important that you're both learning to fish. Okay. This is a silly example, but we have a dishwasher, and if I empty out the dishwasher all the time, and I don't make it a household duty, he's not going to empty out the dishwasher ever. So it's basically becoming my job. Do I want it to be my job? No. So why am I creating it to be my job? And then blaming him for not helping me when I have enabled that behavior and basically created it myself. And what else am I creating? What else am I enabling that I don't want to exist? Okay? It's much like when you're sleep training a baby, whatever your method is, you're basically letting that baby know, like, listen, there's a schedule, and the schedule is beneficial for you. You don't know this, but it's really going to be good for you to have more sleep in your life, and we're going to get there, and you're going to sleep on your own so that nobody wakes you up, so that you have your own space, and so that your parents have their own space. You're sleep training your baby, but it's for their benefit. And in much the same way, you have to train your partner and yourself for the benefit of the relationship. Okay? I recently created a meetup group, with some ladies and some mommies, and we get together and we talk, and you know, I won't use any names, but what I notice is that they have also become enablers of certain behaviors, and now, 9 months, a year, and a year and a half, 2 years later, that behavior is solidified. Okay, and their partners are not equipped with enough confidence and in their abilities to be alone with a baby, which is not right. If there's anybody that knows that baby, it is going to be the father or the other parent. There's usually two, or if there's one, there's one, but if there's two of you, you should both know that baby, and you have to encourage and seriously encourage the confidence in that relationship, in that knowledge. Okay, as a mom, I could definitely say that in the beginning, I felt like I knew that baby way more than my husband, because I was just looking at him way more than my husband. I was looking at him, I don't know, like 4 hours a day, just breastfeeding, 5 hours a day, just looking at him, and I was reading all his micro expressions, and I was, trying to understand all his wiggles and grunts and all this. I was just exposed to it more. So, but in essence, the idea, what I'm saying is, you cannot use that knowledge, for power against the relationship, because you're only kicking yourself in the face. Okay, a year down the line, where you're like breastfeeding less, and you're ready. Months down the line, when you're ready to leave the house, to leave the baby with the husband or the partner, to see your friends, to go to the store, like, you're gonna need that partner to be independent. Okay, so why are we enabling dependence, enabling with fear, distrust, planting doubt? You don't know what you're doing. Why would we want to do this? This is not the life we want to build. Okay, we want to have relationships with our friends, and we have to want to be able to go out with our buddies and double team. One night you go out with your friends, one night I go out with my friends. If that's not the relationship that you have, great. You want to go out together all the time, wonderful. That's not my reality. I believe that there is time to be together, and then there's time to have your own thing. This is great joke is like, love plus time minus distance equals hate. I just think it's funny, because for me it's true. Like, I need some space, and I need to see my friends, and I need to almost like rejuvenate my life force energy. I need to go to a meditation class. Maybe you have to go to the gym. I need to go take a yoga class, to go for a walk by yourself through the woods. Whatever it is your time to rejuvenate your energy. You should be able to do that, okay? And you shouldn't be getting phone calls from a panicked partner that the baby's crying, they don't know what to do, that you have to come home now, that I can't be here by myself, I'm scared. Whose fault is that? Own up to it. That is our fault. We enabled that behavior. And we have to sit down, we have to talk about it, and we have to make some new choices so that we can be happier. Okay? So yeah, find how you are enabling behavior. Notice it. Don't be angry with yourself. Just observe it. See that you are doing it, and watch yourself. Is that the life you want to build? Do you want to have? Do you want your partner to be doubtful of their abilities? No. You want them to be really confident so they could be like, baby, go out with your friends, go get some drinks. We're fine. So what are some practical things that you can do to make sure that you get your time? Okay? If you don't have a paper calendar at home, get a paper calendar and put yourself on that calendar, because nobody's going to put you on that calendar but you. Okay? When Theo was younger, my husband, he was working a lot, and he had like plans here, and he had to go there, and I just started to become really resentful. Like, what about me? What about what I want to do? Well, I can't leave the house, And the truth is I was not putting myself on the calendar. I was enabling the behavior. And it's not, an angry, like, that's it. I'm done. I'm out of here. No, it's just like a part of life. This is a calendar, and some of the events on there are going to be for family, and some of those things are going to be solo. But how does your partner know? How does your partner schedule? You got to put yourself on the calendar, like with love, with acceptance and joy. I'm excited about this class I'm taking, and it's going to be on January 13th, and you're going to have to stay home for that, okay? So put it on a paper calendar. And the reason I say paper is because, digitally right now we have like all these events, and it's just really difficult to see the big picture. Like on a real calendar, you see the month, you see the entire week, you see, what can be like moved. But digitally, you have to go into the date and like open it and see what's happening. And you could sync calendars, and that's something you can do. But I would suggest do a real calendar. So yeah, put yourself on that calendar. And I honestly, I think that, like I said, I'm meeting up with these meetup ladies, and a lot of these ladies, they not only do they not put themselves on the calendar, but they don't think that they should. Okay, I get this like reaction, like, put myself on like once a week? How about once every 11 months? Is that what you want? Because if that's what you want, that's great. But I get the feeling that we want more. I get the feeling that we were independent women before this baby, and we're going to want to feel our independence after this baby. It doesn't mean that we're not a great mom. It doesn't mean that we're not loving, and we have more responsibility and we handle more responsibility. But it's something that I think is healthy. And I think possibly we punish ourselves because we feel guilt for taking time off. Because good parents or good moms, they don't need time off. Good moms, they suffer through it, And I think, honestly, good moms, they need to rejuvenate so that they could have more energy to give, because they are, creatures of giving. What are you going to give if you have nothing to give? Okay? So the whole shame and the guilt for leaving the house, like, that's got to go. That's got to go. We got to stop enabling ourselves in that way to shame ourselves. Stop the shame and the guilt and the fear and the loathing and the shoulds and all this. Now that our son is a year old, we try to do like a date night once a week. We try to set aside some time, whether it's at home or away, where we could be together. And sometimes that happens more than once, unplanned, but definitely planned on the calendar. We like to do it once a week if all goes well. And a lot of times it doesn't happen once a week, but the effort is there to put it on the calendar, and it works. It works because everybody agrees that yes, this is important. Especially if you're a stay-at-home mom, this is like super important because I think being at home it's so difficult. I used to think it was a cop-out. I used to think staying at home was easy. Like, these women, they don't want to work, stay at home. Oh my God. I feel like it's so much harder to stay at home. You leave, you go to work, you're like, it would get done by someone else. If you have like some help. But if you're at home, it's and also just being in one space and just the rift of your life changing so drastically. It's the change that really gets us, and we have to adjust to that change. We have to accept that change and not resist it. It just takes a lot of time. So, especially if you're a stay-at-home mom, you need to put yourself on that calendar. Okay? And without the guilt and the shame, just like as a matter of life, like this is what I need to be happy. And if you're happy, everybody's happy. If I'm not happy, nobody's happy. Sometimes my husband, he's like, you need to go out. Because he sees I'm withering away. I'm short. My fuse is short. I don't have patience. I'm starting to become bitter. I'm planting landmines all over so that he could step into one of them so I could get him, And he's like, whoa, you need to go take a yoga class. You need to go dancing. Go call your friends. I got this. All right, so I don't have a perfect, situation. Don't think that is the case. But I do notice when I enable behavior now. And I hope that you can start paying attention as well. Yeah? So I wish you luck with that. I wish myself luck with that. And I want to remind all of you out there that you're a great mom and that you're a great dad. You're doing a great job. And that's it. Awesome. You're doing it. Step by step, we're going through it. Thank you.